Welcome everyone, Simon here from the Whales of Wall Street. Hope you're all doing fantastically well wherever you are. Guys, doing a quick update here on MTV, and the reason being actually is because I reached out to Multivac last Friday, and I was not expecting a response at all, actually, to be honest, because I did try before and didn't get one. And we all know here for a fact that the communication, let's be what would be the word, like accurate here, to suggest that actually they haven't been too amazing. So I basically said to them, like, can we do an AMA? There's obviously a lot of talk around, I think, put things straight, this, that and the other. So I sent them this message that you can see on the right side. I've just taken out one of the contact names. I don't think it's appropriate for me to put that person's name in there from the Telegram side, but look at this response. So thanks for the message, appreciate your MTV content. Here's direct link to the Telegram group. I don't know why, but I think I'm banned or something. Maybe it was like ages ago. Maybe I was, I don't know what happened. But anyway, if you get any problems, reach out. But this is the interesting part. So I've been advised by the team that they were not accepting any AMAs until they're ready and better positioned to answer the community questions. They've assured me that they are consulting to work on the bug fixes for the code from the last audit and updating the long-term staking. So thank you for the support, as they mentioned there. So I basically also kind of retaliated to that question, or replied to that. I would say retaliate as if like it's a war or something. So I'm just going to add very quickly. So I'm pressing like a million buttons here. So this was my response to them, and this was on Monday, literally a few days ago, and this is one here. So thanks for the response. I totally appreciate your company's stance. I've worked in marketing and comms for over 12 years, but one thing I would say is there needs to be an improvement on communication to all levels of investors. I don't understand why they would not want to hold off an AMA to keep things straight. Anyway, we stand strong with MTV. Hopefully we can be the first to do an AMA with you guys sometime soon. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So we can already see this situation sort of unfolding where we've got a response. I think that's pretty big, because I know for a fact that many YouTube channels out there and stuff like this are not getting responses. But I'm just drawing back to this this Twitter feed at the moment here, because literally, I mean, there's been some retweets here obviously over the last couple of weeks, but all of a sudden Sean starts tweeting things June the 13th, by the way, the day that I replied, just saying. But then we also have here June the 13th. Firstly, the Multivac team is very proud of the outstanding resilience of our community to the current market capitulation. Now, I'm not saying that it was because of me, but I am hinting that potentially it is. But all of a sudden, these guys are coming out with information. And it's great to see, because this is what we wanted. It's like, apologies and like things that are going on, or at least to acknowledge that we are still here going, oh, what's going on? And then out of nowhere, 10 hours ago, StealthX, which is the most recent partnership with Multivac, have now claimed that they're doing an AMA. So I will be questioning them why they said that they're not doing AMAs right now, but then they're all of a sudden going to do one. I have a feeling this AMA is going to be quite closed, in the sense that it's probably like strict questions. It's probably not going to delve too much into what's been going the last 6-7 months, because this is a partnership kind of AMA, right? So for sure, I'm going to be listening in. But as this is on June the 21st, I'm going to see if I can sneak an AMA in beforehand, and see if we can get you guys some exclusive content or something. Who knows? But what I wanted to do with this video is basically just show you guys the communication that's been going on, because I know a lot of people are saying like no one's hearing from anyone, no one's hearing back from like customer services or anything like this. But the proof is in the pudding today to deliver this information, and I'm always open, transparent wherever possible. to showcase that. So hopefully you guys have a, I wouldn't say like be fully over the moon, but like at least we've had some kind of response, right? Or at least, we've seen something, and all of a sudden a reaction in communication. What's really interesting is that it's come from the top, which is really good to see, but I would like to see a bit more from the supposed VP communications as well. But stepping stones, right, guys? We've gone from pretty much nothing to something. Okay, let's see how we develop. But before I wrap this video up, guys, hopefully you found that a bit informative and it's helped you guys with your minds a bit around MTV. If you're a long-term holder or someone that's been annoyed recently, maybe that's just reduced that anger or frustration a bit. But let's look quickly at this chart. Obviously the price here is still 1/10 of a cent, nowhere really hasn't really moved much since the last video we did, so I'm not going to go into giant detail. I think it's very clear that the market is still struggling, albeit that MTV, as we did say in the last video, has been capturing some really interesting intake, not huge volumes, and it still continues to be the case, but we are seeing a bit of progress with MTV. The staking mechanism is being improved all the time. The bug fixes, as we saw in the message, are being concluded hopefully soon. I do think that we are now seeing that the people are still there, things are still going on, there's partnerships are still building, and we just have to accept, unfortunately, with the MTV price, like the rest of the market at the moment, is being in a stable perspective. It's not really budging, but actually in the weird grand scheme of things, MTV's chart isn't looking as bad as many of the other projects out there. It's kind of probably because we've already had our downturn for the last few months in a significant fashion that we're finally seeing this end game. Arguably, yes, if Bitcoin of course does penetrate that $20,000 mark and goes down further to maybe 17 or 15 like many are suggesting, we could see some further developments downwards, not just in MTV but across the board as well. But I want to reiterate that we are trying to force our way back up to this 0.0012 mark. It's really not much significant difference, to be honest, between these two fib levels, but in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking for areas of improvement or signs of improvement, we are slowly seeing some actual small elements of stability in MTV. We're nowhere near obviously the heights that we were previously, but I would like to think hopefully we've bottomed out here, because I don't really want to see MTV dropping down below this fib level and back into the really sort of the abyss, I would call it. That's not what I want to see. So at the moment the week is down 2%. The rest of them, we don't need to go into detail. The whole market's like this, 80 to 90% down over a 6-month period. So it like I said, there's some positives to come out of this, as well as the unfortunate situation of where the market is. But I will point out to the data, the MACD, which switched over back here on the 16th of May, has been going in an upward trajectory for MTV since then, which is quite staggering really. But it does conclude that the volumes are really low. Understandably, people are still a bit questionable about the project and questionable about investing at the moment, but it is showing really interesting signs. And same on the RSIs as well. The 14 days now penetrated the 40 mark, and the 28 days just about slowly but surely pulling itself up to the 40 mark as well. And this is a really good stability point at entry level when you're thinking about stabilization and everything. But I'm still cautious, and I'm feeling a bit better about the project now we've had a bit of communication and this has happened. But I'm cautious in general about the market, DCAing when I can. All I can say is it's not financial advice, just to be cautious of what you're doing. We're in tough times around the world. More to come, I'm sure, with narratives and changes in the way that we have to pay for things and this, that, and the other. So just be wary, guys. Think about your strategy collectively in your minds before you do anything like emotionally or in a silly fashion. Just be sensible. So that very much wraps up MTV. Like I said, I'm not going to go into giant detail any further because we did cover this a few days ago. I've got a few other videos to do before I hopefully go on holiday for the second attempt after all the flight cancellations last week. But guys, hopefully this has been informative for you guys. Do make sure that you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. But that just leaves me, guys, to be honest, to to hopefully say that we will indeed see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.